welcome to the debut 3 Questions with Techonomy session. I'm David Kirkpatrick of Techonomy, and I have here with me Ben Medlock of SwiftKey, based in London. And what we're going to do is ask him 3 questions. And the first question is, why does SwiftKey matter? And in the course of that, please explain what the heck it is.
Good question. So I think SwiftKey matters because typing is something that everybody does. You know, with the explosion of touchscreen phones, every day you're trying to get your thoughts from your head into your phone. And SwiftKey matters simply because it makes that process a lot easier. I think the interesting thing about typing on touchscreens is that it's actually a much more difficult problem to solve than people think. And this is why you have sites like Damn You Autocorrect, and I think people feel this frustration of trying to type on a piece of glass. And SwiftKey just uses really smart technology to make that process a lot more easy.
And it's on a lot of phones now.
Yeah, we estimate somewhere between 100 and 150
That was
million.
a sub-question, by the way. 150 million?
So something around there, yeah.
Okay, and most Samsung phones, is that right?
We work with a number of people across the industry, but the sort of in line with volumes in the industry. Okay,
now tell me about the role of artificial intelligence in the work you do in trying to anticipate what someone's going to type on their phone. And also you're thinking about how AI is playing a growing role in technology generally.
So AI is all about solving problems that can't be solved through traditional methods. Traditional typing is a relatively mechanical problem, whereas when you get to the touchscreen and you get to advanced prediction and modeling the way people express themselves, then that becomes an AI problem because there's no set of rules that you can write down that capture the way language works. It's just too complicated. So being an AI problem, it means we use the tools of AI, things like machine learning, to infer from data what someone is most likely to say, and that helps us to solve these really difficult problems. And obviously it's not just text prediction. Across the industry, things like machine translation, voice recognition, and a host of other really difficult problems. These are the ones that involve language, but you've got image recognition and face detection and fraud detection, all this kind of stuff. And all these are based on AI because they're problems that you need that set of tools to solve.
I'm trying to discipline myself to be only asking 3 questions. What is the biggest change that technology is going to bring to the world over the next 5 years?
So next 5 years. So I'm tempted to say something around AI because I believe that's really exciting. But actually, I'm not going to do that because I think when we're looking at the next 5 years, actually it's the penetration of mobile in the developing world that I think is going to have the biggest impact. Because suddenly you have whole communities essentially coming online and able to interact with the rest of the sort of global information community in a way that was completely impossible 5-10 years ago. So I think actually it's the growth of mobile networks in the developing world that are really going to change things over the next 5 years.
Because they're going to change the global economy in effect.
Yeah.
Just by bringing so many new people into it.
Yeah, you're at the same time, you're both making the world bigger and smaller. Really interesting development.
Wow, that's very cool. Well, thank you. And that concludes our debut 3 Questions with Techonomy. Thank you to Ben Medlock.
Great pleasure.